major states.
That's a good point. Well, we'll certainly try to get you on then, perhaps right before Christmas if you can.
Okay, we'll do that. But again, thanks for letting me butt in, Alex. But I wanted all you listeners, and I wanted you to know that apparently they got their sights set on me now of fabricating stories to try to disrupt and destroy my character.
I agree with you, and we appreciate you taking us up on the offer of any time you've got breaking news, Governor. The hotline is yours. Have a great Christmas. Say hi to Terry for me.
I sure will, and the best to you and your family and all your listeners. Have a great holiday, and hopefully no more will become of this nonsense. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is definitely, if it was any other group, but now the police may have given this disinfo to them, or they may have thought it was Jesse Ventura, but that's probably a 20% chance. I'd give an 80% chance it's as phony as a $3 bill. A lot of times I talk about Ventura, and they go, he's the one whose kid crashed that race car, and he's the one with that blonde wife, and, the one that puts baby oil on his daughter. I'm like, no, that's Hulk Hogan. No, Jesse Ventura, the one with blonde hair. No, that's Hulk Hogan. You mean the one who got divorced? No, that's Hulk Hogan. Jesse Ventura's never been divorced. He's been with one woman. And again, they know the public doesn't pay attention. I've had neighbors over at my house repeatedly over the years, and they go, yeah, I heard that Hulk Hogan on your show. I'm like, it's Jesse Ventura. I mean, and the reason I tell that story is that it shows the general public is just like in a maze. That's why the government can arrest you, say, for child porn or whatever. Later it comes out you didn't do it. And I've seen many cases of this. It doesn't matter because all people heard was that. And that's why you cannot believe a word comes out of their mouth. It's like North Korea. North Korea says Kim Jong-il died on a choo-choo train. And I told you day one, there was credible sources he'd been dead for a year. And now that's all over the news, that he'd probably been dead for close to a year. The South Korean president doesn't buy it. You'd have to be certifiably stupid to believe anything the North Korean government tells you and anything the U.S. government tells you. When you've got not just, some out of control or people that did a little something wrong in government and cover it up, that stuff goes on. No. This is a conscious criminal enterprise. I want to make that clear. Okay, I want to go back to your calls until 5 after, and then we've got a guest coming up. We'll continue with calls. But Tyranny Buster, sorry to interrupt you for the governor. You got 60 seconds to finish up. We're getting to everybody else.
It's worth it to get interrupted by Jesse. But, no, just real quickly, everybody, you need to get off your soldier worship trips. You need to remember that you are private citizens and not members of the military. Do not recognize the UN. Do not refer to soldiers by their rank, but by their name. They are nothing to you. Nothing. And people need to get out of this mindset. People need to get their stuff together. Guns behind the doors. You see soldiers at the front door. You sure don't open that door without that gun in your hand. You best remember that old lady in Louisiana. That video made me so mad I almost broke everything in my house. Because I've spent a lot of time in Louisiana, and then some great people down there.
Well, they are. But imagine they come up in the high and dry areas with an old lady. I'm staying here. I got plenty of food. I'm with my dogs. Boom! Punch her right in the face. Because, this is what America's turned into.
Let me tell you, Alex, they declare martial law. They can come on down to Oak Ridge, Missouri, and we'll have us a party. And I promise you, I might lose, but they're going to be less of you at the post-game show. I promise.
I know. That's what the people don't understand. The people in the system don't understand. Good people are not afraid. We just have restraint. And a globalist know. The globalists know. And I would not want to be in the military or the police and try this. But again, they're going to run psyops. They're going to do it in crack-infested hellholes first, as I keep telling you. I knew this already from studying them, and because I'm historically done a lot of research, so I understand how things work. But when they released last year the National Prospectus, the National Emergency Centers Establishment Act, that was everything we'd known how they'd roll it out. How it's going to be for the poor and homeless centers with a stockade and emergency FEMA camps at old bases, and how you're going to have to be enrolled into it. They're going to make you so poor you beg to go to the camp. That's how they operate. And again, the average military is good people. But he's right. They always taught military not to wear their uniforms except when they were on base, because you keep the military separate from the rest of America. Because it's dangerous. In every other country, the military takes over. In Rome 2,000 years ago, 2,060-something years ago, and in Venezuela just a decade ago, and in every other African and Asian country and Middle Eastern. The military is not even supposed to be in your country, ladies and gentlemen, in the Constitution. A Navy, and that's it. Because the founders realized how dangerous it was. I don't know how to explain this to people. You're just going to have to find out, some of you. Let's talk to Angie in North Carolina. You're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Alex. I spoke to you the other day about the government document from the KBR contract.
Yes, you're the one. We found the general KBR document, or was sent to us, and then you found where the government put out the original bid.
Yes. Actually, the document you guys linked to was a previous contract. It's probably still ongoing, but the document that I have, and I'll tell you what the name of the document is and exactly where to find it. It's dated November 18th, and it's way worse. Okay, then I guess when you sent us the link, we just found the wrong thing. I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to give you a private email. You get doing here. I forget what his email is. And will you just send us the link to the latest one, and we'll update it? Absolutely. I mean, in this document, which is dated the 18th, which was 3 days after S-1867 was actually introduced, the contractors are responsible. It's all out martial law scenario. They're responsible for setting up an operations center where they can communicate with the president. They talk about being able to all the different programs that they use, including one called Blue Force Situational Awareness, and you may know what that is, but if others out there don't know what that is, it's a military program where they use to identify friendlies and non-friendlies in the battlefield to avoid friendly fire. Now, hold on. I'm about to have a heart attack right now, and we try as best we can. I can't believe you sent this to us, and we found the old one. I don't know how we do it, but listen, we were a great crew. It's just I'm exhausted, we're overwhelmed, and I'm getting really angry right now. Yes, that's how it's all in codes. I've been to the urban warfare drills. They'll be Blue Force, the militias, or the Red Force. You're telling me in there they've got Blue Force, Red Force? They say that, yes, they have to. Oh, God. I mean, they've got the barricades and barbed wire and stockade stuff. Okay. I'm going to try not to blow a gasket right now. I'm going to put you on hold. Give us the exact URL. We'll pull it up, and I'll hand deliver it to the writer. Stay right there. Oh, my God. Stay with us. Okay, our caller here, Angie in North Carolina, I've been talking to her a little bit off air, and so the reason she knows about the stuff and knows where to find it is she knows some of the inside baseball. She sent us an email. We never got it. That's why we found the thing from May or June dealing with the FEMA camps being activated. She sent us where there's Red Force, Blue Force, and how to communicate with the Blue Force against the Red Force. This is for camps with military operations in the U.S. That's 100% with the barricades and all the rest of it. That's a FEMA camp run by the military against the citizens. And they're already announcing they want to use troops against us. So it's on. They're getting ready for the collapse. We're going to find it right now. I'm going to type it into Google myself right now, Angie. So slowly give me the name of the document right now. Okay. The name of the actual PDF file, you can either search for the title or the PDF document is PAMSS. Yeah. You know what? Don't give me the long PDF document name, just because that. Okay. It's called Statement of Work. It's kind of long. For Federal. Hold on. Statement of Work. I don't type fast. Statement of Work. For Federal Emergency Management Agency. Federal Emergency Management Agency. It's spelled out? Right. Management Agency, okay. National Continuity Programs, and then in parentheses after that, NCP. That's what they call these contracts, NCP. MCP? Like National Continuity Programs, the initials, NCP. Okay, I got to erase it. I heard, okay, NCP. Program. And Mission Support Services. Support Services, all right. And then in parentheses right after that is PAMSS. PAM? Yes, the Program and Mission Support Services.
Okay, the guys have found it, and
it's November 18th, 2011. That's the date on the document.
No, we did find it. Good. Yeah, your email must not have made it through to us last time, but thank God we found the old one. And unfortunately, now 2 of these have been out. People never pay attention to the third piece of info in the investigation, even though it's the most important. Specifically for us, where do we find the part about blue and red forces?
I'm sorry, say that again, Alex?
Where do you find the part about blue and red forces? Do a Control-F, blue.
Part of the operations that the contractors are responsible for providing are like communication systems and so on. And if you scroll down, it's under the title Operations Division.
Operations Division, showing this is military.
It's at the bottom of page 2 of 22.
It's the bottom of page where?
Operations Division, it starts at the bottom of page 2 of 22, and then it continues on page 3. And on page 3 is where it says, other efforts of the Operations Division includes initiatives such as Operation Rendezvous, Task Force Rendezvous, the development and integration of the Federal Emergency Response Official Repository System, National Security Special Event Contingency Support, Disaster Relief Humanitarian Assistance. Additional efforts of the Ops Division include Geospatial Information Systems, Blue Force Situational Awareness, Continuity Analysis, and Command Control and Communications Computing.
Yeah, so that's the military running the emergency camps. And then where is the Blue Force, Red Force, command of Blue Force?
Well, it's right there in that line there. It says Blue Force Situational Awareness, or BFSA.
All right, Blue Force Situational Awareness. Yeah, we found it. Holy mackerel. That's the military waging war against the American people and putting us in FEMA camps. Absolute smoking gun to FEMA. Oh, my God. All right, if you just joined us, I just got completely blown away. It was Nancy, the caller, who called us, I guess on Monday, and said, yeah, you found the Halliburton documents where they're now going to man the FEMA camps that even Wall Street Journal admits they built in 96, or 2006, excuse me. But do you know about the Department of Defense master order? And then we got hit by so many emails, we didn't get hers or lost it. People pointed out June where they were doing purchase orders. The one she tried to send us, and that she just called in and mentioned that we just pulled up on screen, is on Homeland Security's website. It admits the military and the NSA is going to run it, and talks about the military, the stockades, the barricades, and Blue Force communications against the Red Force. Now, that's all code, but I've been to the urban warfare drills, and I was talking to her off air, and I said, well, how do you know? Because that means certainly Red Force, Blue Force, the command and communication of their Blue Force, that's military parlance for war. That's how they call themselves generally the Blue Force. I've been to Marine Corps drills where it's they've got it all up on big satellite projections of where the troops are, Blue Force, Red Force, where they're training to take on, quote, the militias in San Francisco and Oakland. I shot that in 99, Operation Urban Warrior. And she said, well, she knows about it because she's there, folks. This is people in the, she said she'd stay on hold. I'm not going to say much more than that because we got a guest already scheduled, but I'm going to have her pop in at the bottom of the hour. The computer we were getting all this up on, we had to go to Skype to get our guest on, so we're pulling it up on another computer, highlighting it all, but I read it there on screen. If you were watching Prisonplanet.tv, you saw me. This is the Homeland Security FEMA website. Department of Defense, a bid system, and it's super ultra creepy and really upsetting.